So welcome to another episode of Don't Back Up, Don't Back Down. If you're just following this series, this is my series about winning my first bass boat tournament. And you know, this is my first year of truly owning a bass boat, of going through the process of trying to win my first bass boat tournament. Now, this is not something that I've been doing for years. This is something that I am completely brand new at. I'm jumping right in, getting my feet wet, doing BFLs, doing the ABA events for my local Maryland Division 11 draw trail. And it's been a tough grind for me. And I want to bring to you this struggle that is bass fishing, that is trying to win a bass fishing tournament. This is not something that is just easy, you can go out and do with no practice, with no idea. It takes time, it takes preparation, it takes hard work, and it takes failure, lots of failure. And I know you're thinking out there that, oh, you know, it's all about winning, everything's about winning. No, it's not. It's about a lot of failure. And if you don't believe me, all you have to do is look at some of the stats of some of the best anglers in the world. Take Rick Clunn, for instance. Out of 444 events, Rick Clunn has only won 15 times. Now, I say that like it's something minute, only 15 times. That is not a small number by any means, but there's so many ways that you can look at that. You can look at that and say, well, that basically means that Rick Clunn only wins 3% of the time. You could also look at that and say, that means that Rick Clunn, one of the best anglers out there, is a 97% chance at losing. Take KVD, for instance. He's in the same boat. Out of 309 tournaments, he's only won 25 times. Only won 25 times. Now, I don't want to undersell that by any means, because these guys are incredible anglers. They're better than me, they're better than you. They're at the top of the game. But to say that 309, 25 wins, you know, that's only a 92%, that's a 92% fail rate. That means 92% of the time he doesn't win. That's almost like saying neither Rick Clunn or KVD is guaranteed to win. Think about that for a second. Let that soak in. These are people that we hold in high regard, and yet, I mean, they're close to 100% chance of not going to win. A 92 and a 97%, doesn't matter. The difference is that in the money, you have individuals like Kevin Van Dam, who has an 80% chance of being in the money. Now, that's something that's a little bit different. That's a little bit different way of looking at the numbers and looking at the metrics, because we know they're incredible anglers. So that's where I'm at with my same journey. You know, here's Rick Clunn with 444 events. Here I am with probably just my 5th, 6th event, and I'm still struggling to make a limit.
Starting to see some surface activity right here. I'm gonna drop down right now because this is just one of the spots that I wanted to start working right away, and we'll get going. So gonna work our way into Mattawoman and have a good day fishing. Finally, this is probably one of the very first overcast days that I've actually got to fish the Potomac since I've got my boat. I know that's kind of funny, but it always just seems to be bluebird skies. So let's get to it, man. Hopefully I can, you know, again, just want to put together a limit today. No true lofty goals, just get a limit.
Everybody waiting for the fall of May. Everybody praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run, I was born for this. Run me like a racehorse, pull me like a ripcord. Break me down and build me up. I wanna be the slip, word up on your lip. Better that you rip. Break me down and build me up. Whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I do whatever it takes. 'Cause I love how it feels when I Something that I'm proud of, out of the box and epoxy to the world and the vision we've lost. I'm an apostrophe, I'm just a symbol to remind you that there's more to see. I'm just a product of the system of catastrophe. I'm yet a masterpiece, and yet I'm half diseased. And when I am deceased, at least I go down to the grave and die happily. Leave the body and the soul to be a part of me. I'll do what it takes, whatever it takes. 'Cause I love the adrenaline in my veins. I'll do whatever it takes. 'Cause I love how it feels when I break the chains. Whatever it takes. You take me to the top, I'm ready for whatever it takes. Do what it takes.
I'm having a blast though, you know, and that's what this is really about. It's about putting in that hard work, earning your stripes, getting out there day in, day out, and fighting the grind, fighting the struggle. And this is not something that's just isolated to bass fishing. This is life. This is life in general. You may be going through a situation right now to where it has been nothing but a grind, nothing but a struggle. And that's what this series of Don't Back Up, Don't Back Down is truly, really about. Yeah, it's got bass fishing in it. Yeah, we all love bass fishing. But you know what? There are going to be times, not just in bass fishing, but in life, to where the struggle is going to be real, to where you think you just cannot go on. And you know, I'm here to tell you that if you go through it and you come out ahead, you beat it and you strive and you don't back up and you don't back down and you keep going through those struggles, you're going to come out stronger. You're going to come out with a lot more belief in yourself, in your abilities, and you're not going to let anything stand in your way. So yeah, in this tournament and even in my coming tournaments, I fail to make limits. But you know what? I'm going to be out there the next time with a smile on my face. I'm going to be happy that I get to compete, that I am in this position, that I have a beautiful boat, that I have, you know, the ability to go out there and compete, and when others don't. So there are always many different ways that you can look at things. I'm not making a limit in a lot of these events that I'm participating in, but I'm learning, I'm getting better. I can tell in myself that I'm getting better. There were times on the Potomac when I was fishing from a kayak where I could only catch 3 fish out there. Didn't matter what I did, I only caught 3 fish, you know what? But now I'm getting to where I'm catching more than a limit at times. I'm just not catching that 15-inch limit that I need. So as bass fishermen, we're always striving to continue to grow. And that's what drives me, is that I know I'm getting better. I can see the fruits of my labor. I can see how when I've studied maps, gone to those locations and caught fish, I can see how that, you know, my presentations are changing. The way that I'm doing things on a boat, you know, maybe with a finesse technique, is changing my approach. I'm slowing down. I'm working through areas a little bit better than I would be when I initially got my boat. So this is a learning process. And in bass fishing, unfortunately, we are all losers. But you know what? At certain points in time, we get to decrease that percentage so that maybe, you know, instead of being a 100% loser all the time, now we're a 99% loser. Now we're a 98% loser. And if you can take that all the way down to a 92% loss, then you might be in the leagues of someone such as a KVD. That's something to think about. So guys, thanks for joining me on another episode of Don't Back Up, Don't Back Down. We're gonna keep going on with this series as I continue to progress through my tournament season. You're gonna see more and more of these types of videos, so please stay tuned, smash that subscribe, and y'all have a good one.